Today I'm going to show you how I decorated this first B-Day cake. Come join me. So this cake is going to be a smash cake for a first birthday party. It is a 4-inch confetti cake. So in advance of actually decorating the cake, I had to make some of the chocolate elements. So here I am using some white chocolate, and I'm just using some molds to make the little chocolate pieces that will go onto the cake. So there's some little tiny bees, some honeycombs, some bees' nest, some just different pieces that I'm going to put onto the cake. So you can see me just using some white, black, and yellow chocolate to make those pieces. So once I put them in, I'm putting them into the freezer to harden, and then I'm putting them aside. So when it came to actually decorating the cake, here I am beginning to stack the cake. So I'm putting buttercream onto the board to hold it into place, and then I'm just stacking that cake, making sure that it is going to be level, and I'm crumb coating the cake so that as I begin to actually decorate, I don't have any crumbs in my outermost layer of icing. So I'm going to cover this cake and get it pretty smooth, and just to make sure, as I mentioned, to keep the crumbs on the inside of the icing. So this, as I mentioned, is a 4-inch cake. I tend to think that these are harder to decorate than anything just because they aren't as heavy to hold them still. So after I had the crumb coat done, here I am adding that top coat of icing. And I'm going to get that cake as smooth as I can get it. And once I have that done, I'm going to try to get those top edges as smooth and crisp as much as possible. And here I am smoothing out those top edges. So now that I have that done, I'm going to begin to actually decorate the cake itself. So I'm going to be using some yellow and black icing, and also those chocolate pieces that I had shown you. Now you are going to see two different writings on this cake. I did this with buttercream at first, and my kitchen was very, very hot, so it started to kind of drip down the cake. So then ultimately I ended up doing the letters in fondant later, which that is ultimately the end result of the cake. But you will see both as I am working on this cake. And we are just about ready to begin putting together this cake. So here I am, and I'm beginning to add those little pieces. So I'm adding some yellow fondant hearts and the chocolate bees that I had created a little bit ago. You'll notice I have some buttercream dots around the bottom of the cake. I also, as you can see here, I have Happy First B-Day with buttercream on the cake. This is before it started to slide down the cake because of the heat in my kitchen. I will ultimately end up scraping that off and re-icing this cake, which I do not record me doing that. Here is where I'm actually putting those dots around the bottom of that cake. As I mentioned that just a few seconds ago, some of these videos are out of order, but that's okay. Ultimately, you'll see the end result, so I'm fine with this not being perfect. So again, here I am adding those different elements to the cake, adding some bees just randomly around the back. Here I am adding those bee flitter lines to show where the bee was flying around. And here I still have that buttercream writing on the cake. I do prefer the way this looks versus the other version, but either way, I do think this is a super cute cake. Here I am adding some of the bigger bees to the top of the cake. These are made out of fondant. And I'm adding some chocolate daisies here to the sides and to the top of the cake. And by now I'm beginning to notice that the color is starting to slide a little bit, and I'm starting to contemplate whether I'm going to have to redo the letters on the cake. And as I mentioned, I do end up redoing them. I just can see some condensation on the cake, maybe not in the video, but in person I was beginning to see them right about this point. So with that being said, this is what the final cake looked like. If you enjoyed watching this video, I do encourage you to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss any future content. Thank you so much for watching this video. We do appreciate it. And again, like, comment, subscribe, and come back again and watch our future videos. Thank you so much.